if your marketing agency is generating substantial revenue, but your cash still feels tight in this market, it is because tough markets do not expose weak sales, they expose weak financial structure. And in this episode, we will discuss how to prevent and protect your agency in a tough market. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Say Yes to Profits podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Octavia Conner, founder of Say Yes to Profits, a virtual CFO firm for marketing agencies and consulting firms generating anywhere between $1 million and $10 million annually. We help you turn your revenue growth into profits you can clearly see, retain, and multiply. And right now, I see a pattern in the marketing and creative agency industry. You see, while agencies are still closing deals and revenue is still coming in, but behind the scenes, you all, cash is inconsistent and margins are shrinking or razor thin, and decisions feel heavier than they should. And oftentimes you as the founder is left with a less of amount of a paycheck or none at all in an effort to keep the cash flowing in your business. Does that sound familiar? If that sounds familiar, you need to let me know in the comments because here's the real problem, okay? Most agencies are operating without a forward cash flow strategy. And so when the market tightens and when clients delay payments and when projects stretch longer than you anticipated, but at the same time, payroll hits right on time, this can create a lot of stress, a lot of frustration, a lot of unknown and scary feelings, even though revenue is still coming in. And see, you may find yourself in a position where revenue says you are successful, right? But then you look at your bank account and it says something totally different. Does that sound familiar? Here's the thing. Let me tell you something. The villain here, okay, is reactive financial management. You see, you as the founder, you're probably waiting to see what happens. You're probably looking at your bank account to make decisions. You are probably hoping that the next client payment solves the pressure that you're currently feeling. Does that sound familiar? If that does, here's the thing. This approach works when, hear me clearly, when you're like less than $500,000 annually. But when you are operating $1 million plus agency or firm, this approach breaks. It completely cracks. It completely shuts down when the market gets tight. And it makes it challenging for you to operate your agency with financial clarity, control, and confidence. And you see, that approach is because of a belief that you're probably saying to yourself. And so, if you've ever said, if I keep selling, everything else will work itself out. Have you said that? If you have, that belief will cost you your agency in this market because thriving scaling agencies right now are not focused just on selling more. Hear me now. It is about controlling what happens to the money you already have earned. All right. And so the dollars that you already have, controlling that with precision and with power. That's what it's about. Right. And so the one strategy that separates agencies that survive versus those that thrive and scale in a tough market is cash flow projections. Understood? Listen, with inside of the Say Yes to Profits pillars, we create three types of cash flow projections that fall under the project pillar. Okay. You all know that I have 5 pillars that our CFO clients walk through over the course of working with us to ensure that they not only generate more revenue, but they're able to take their revenue and turn it into profits and turn that profit into wealth. And again, cash flow projections inside of the projection pillar is one of the things that we ensure that they implement. You see, this is where you stop guessing and start modeling. So instead of asking, do we have enough cash? You start asking, what is going to happen to our cash over the next 4, 8, or even 12 weeks? And then you create 3 scenarios, okay? Scenario number 1, the practical projection. This is where the realistic operating scenario is based on current conditions and expected performance. So that's number 1. Scenario number 2 is the pressure projection. Now, this is where conservative scenarios are modeled based on the revenue slowing down and the margins shrinking and having unexpected costs. Okay. And then there's scenario number 3, which is the peak projection. This is a high performing scenario where growth and margins exceed expectations. Understood? Yes, yes. Let me know in the comments. And here's the thing. Once these 3 projections are built, you no longer react to what's happening with your cash. Oh no, you lead it with clarity. You lead it with confidence. You lead it with control, right? And this is exactly where most agencies begin to separate themselves in a tough market. This is where you will see the agencies that are trying to survive, the agencies that are trying to stabilize versus the agencies that are scaling no matter the marketplace. Does that make sense? Yes, yes. Okay, so I want to break this down so that you can start using this today. So I'm going to give you a few steps, all right? So take notes, okay? So step number 1, you're going to map out your expected cash inflow. So ask yourself where retainers are scheduled, where and when, and the amount. What invoices are outstanding? What payments are likely to be delayed? So that's step number 1. Step number 2, you're going to map your fixed and variable outflow. So I'm referring to your payroll, your contractors, your software, your marketing spend, your G&A, right? And then step number 3, you're going to build a 13-week rolling cash flow view. All right. And here's the thing. This is not something that's going to be in your head. This is not something you're going to scramble on some notes. No, you're going to put this on paper in front of you in Excel and Google, or you're going to use a system where you can clearly see the next 13 weeks while you're sitting here today. And then you're going to ask yourself a few questions. Can we hire right now? Can we take on new expenses? Do we need to adjust delivery timelines? Do we need to implement stronger payment policies? When will our cash be less or few or far between? Like, you're going to ask yourself all of the questions surrounding the operations of your business, the cash inflow and outflow, right? And you're going to see where you need to make changes today so that the next 13 weeks you have cash flow positivity and you're profitable. Understood? Yes, yes. Who's going to create this right now? I need you to let me know that in the comments. Okay. All right. Yes, yes. Okay. So I want to take just a few moments and pause right here. Okay. Because this is where most agency owners will say, I already know and I already track my cash flow. But do you really? Do you have something where you're looking in the future? Do you have something where you know what's going on clearly, what will happen in the next several weeks? This is where visibility will take control of your business and allow you to not stress when the market is tight. If you cannot see your cash 3 months ahead, you are operating reactively instead of proactively, and that can hurt you if you do not fix it today. Understood. Here's the thing, when you implement this correctly, something absolutely powerful happen. As a CFO, I have seen this for my clients over and over again when we do this. You see, you stop making emotional decisions and you stop second guessing yourself and you stop wondering if you can afford to grow and you stop stressing about how a tough market will affect your agency. Because now every decision is backed by data and you can see ahead. And in a tough market, clarity, clarity is your competitive advantage. And when you can see ahead, you can correct, you can prevent, and you can ensure you have a profitable future. So listen, founders of marketing agencies, right? Thriving right now is not about bringing in more revenue. The ones that are thriving and scaling right now have clear visibility. You see, they know when cash is coming in, they know where it is going, they know how to direct it before it becomes a problem. And that is what allows them to stay aggressive while everyone else is pulling back in fear. So, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Hello? Okay. What are you going to do? Listen, if you are ready to stop guessing with your numbers and start leading your agency with the ultimate financial clarity, control, and confidence, you need to join me at the upcoming Say Yes to Profits Accelerator. This is where I will walk you through exactly how to install the financial structures and systems and support your agency needs to turn your revenue into predictable cash flow and profits you can clearly see, retain, and multiply. You want to go to accelerator.sayyesToProfits.com to secure your seat right now. It is virtual, it is online, and you're going to walk away with the ability to easily and effortlessly say yes to profits. Again, go to accelerator.sayyesToProfits.com. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. Please do us a favor and leave us a review wherever you are listening to this episode, and subscribe if you are watching us on YouTube, and share this episode with other founders of marketing and creative agencies. This is Dr. Octavia Conner, and until next time, say yes to profits. Toodles. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Say Yes to Profits podcast. Now it is time for you to make money moves. Take action based on what you learn. Now, see you on the next episode. Say Yes to Profits. Toodles.